Prophet Musa is a central figure in the Abrahamic faiths. He is revered as a prophet, messenger, and lawgiver. His story is one of courage, faith, and divine intervention. Musa's life serves as a beacon of hope. He showed that God is always with those who are righteous. Musa's story is told in the Torah, Bible, and Quran. These sacred texts highlight his importance. He is considered one of the most important prophets in history. His teachings continue to guide billions of people today. Musa's life was full of challenges and triumphs. He faced a powerful and oppressive ruler. Through it all, he remained faithful to God's commands. His story offers timeless lessons for all humankind. Musa was born into a time of great hardship for the Israelites. They were enslaved by the pharaoh of Egypt. Pharaoh feared their growing numbers. He ordered the killing of all newborn Israelite boys. Musa's mother, in a desperate act of faith, set him afloat in a basket on the Nile River. Miraculously, he was found by Pharaoh's daughter. She took him in and raised him as her own. Musa grew up in the luxury of the Egyptian palace. He received the finest education. However, he never forgot his true heritage. He always felt a connection to the suffering of his people. One day, Musa witnessed an Egyptian overseer beating an Israelite slave. Filled with anger and grief, he intervened. In the ensuing struggle, the overseer was killed. Fearing for his life, Musa fled Egypt. He journeyed into the desert, leaving behind the only life he had ever known. Musa wandered the desert for many days. He came to the land of Midian, where he found refuge. It was there, while tending sheep, that he received his divine calling. He came across a sight that filled him with awe. A bush was engulfed in flames, yet it was not consumed. As he drew closer, a voice called out to him. It was the voice of God. God spoke to Musa from the burning bush. He revealed his plan to free the Israelites from slavery. God chose Musa to be his messenger, to confront Pharaoh and demand the release of his people. Musa was initially hesitant. He doubted his own abilities. He questioned how he, a shepherd, could possibly challenge the mighty Pharaoh. God reassured Musa. He promised to be with him every step of the way. Empowered by God's words, Musa returned to Egypt. He confronted Pharaoh, delivering God's message. Pharaoh, arrogant and dismissive, refused to release the Israelites. He mocked Musa and his God. Musa, with God's guidance, performed a series of miracles. He turned his staff into a serpent, turned water into blood, and brought forth swarms of locusts. These displays of power were meant to convince Pharaoh and his people of the one true God. Pharaoh, however, remained unmoved. Each time a plague subsided, he hardened his heart. He refused to acknowledge the power of God or the suffering he was inflicting upon his own people. Section 5, Divine Intervention, the 10 Plagues of Egypt. God sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. These were intended to break Pharaoh's stubbornness. Each plague was a demonstration of God's power over nature and humanity. The plagues ranged from infestations of frogs and lice to a devastating hailstorm. The Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, turned to blood. Darkness covered the land for 3 days. The 10th and final plague was the most devastating. God sent an angel of death to pass through the land. Every firstborn son in Egypt, from the highest-ranking official to the lowliest slave, died. Section 6, the Exodus, a miraculous escape. Pharaoh, finally broken by the death of his own son, agreed to release the Israelites. They left Egypt in haste, carrying their few possessions. Thus began the Exodus, a momentous journey to freedom. Led by Musa, the Israelites numbered in the hundreds of thousands. They left behind generations of slavery. They faced an uncertain future, but they were filled with hope. The Exodus is a story of liberation and redemption. It shows the power of faith in the face of adversity. The Israelites' journey was arduous and dangerous. Through it all, they were guided by God and their faith in Musa. Section 7, Crossing the Red Sea, a test of faith. Pharaoh, regretting his decision, pursued the Israelites with his army. He trapped them at the edge of the Red Sea. The Israelites, fearing for their lives, despaired. Musa, with unwavering faith, raised his staff. God parted the waters of the Red Sea. The Israelites walked through on dry ground. The pursuing Egyptian army was swallowed by the returning waters. The crossing of the Red Sea is one of the most iconic events in religious history. It is a testament to God's power and mercy. It symbolizes the ultimate triumph of good over evil, faith over doubt. Section 8. The legacy of Musa: laws, teachings, and moral guidance. After crossing the Red Sea, Musa led the Israelites to Mount Sinai. There, he received the 10 Commandments from God. These commandments became the foundation of moral and ethical conduct for the Israelites and later for other Abrahamic faiths. Musa's teachings emphasized justice, compassion, and obedience to God. He established laws and a system of worship for the Israelites. He guided them in their journey towards becoming a holy nation. Musa's legacy extends far beyond the Israelites. His story has inspired countless individuals throughout history. His teachings on morality, justice, and the importance of faith continue to resonate in the modern world. Section 9. Conclusion: enduring lessons for humanity. The story of Prophet Musa is a timeless epic. It speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart. It is a story about faith, courage, and the struggle for freedom and justice. Musa's life teaches us that even in the darkest of times, hope endures. It shows that God's power can overcome even the most formidable obstacles. His story reminds us that we are all capable of great things when we have faith and are guided by a higher purpose. The lessons of Musa's journey are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. His story inspires us to fight for what is right. It reminds us to stand up for the oppressed and to never lose faith in the power of good. His legacy continues to guide us on our own journeys of faith and self-discovery.